watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video, the season we've been waiting for has finally arrived. So today we are going to be doing some finishing touches on our fall decor. I'll have a couple fun fall hauls for you. Soup season is back, so I'm going to be sharing one of our family's favorite soup recipes, and I'll also have a free printable for your fall journals. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. I wanted to give you guys a quick update to our foyer project. The last time you guys saw this space, the painters were here, everything was all covered in plastic, and pretty much it was a pretty good mess, but everything is done now. I think that it looks just beautiful. You know, my husband and I usually do all of our projects and our remodels and everything on our own. So having contractors and painters in the house was a whole new experience for us. There was a team of 3 guys that spent the week here, and they were awesome. I mean, they were such good-natured guys. They were really great with me because I was really anxious about this project. I was worried about colors. I was worried about, you know, just the expense of having something like this done, but I could not be happier with the results. I think that it looks just beautiful. So the color that we chose for this project is by Sherwin-Williams. It's called Grayish. It's like this really light, soft gray color. I think it's really just beautiful. It kind of changes a little bit depending on the light in the room. It's the same color that I have my living room and dining room painted, and like in my dining room next to the shiplap, it looks very gray, and then in the living room it looks a little bit softer, and in the hallway it looks even brighter still because I think it just has so much light in here. The biggest change overall was our staircase. Now, my husband and I had talked about completely removing it and replacing it with, you know, new railings and new spindles and footboards and posts and the whole thing. And the contractor that came, we were talking to him about that, and he said, why don't we just try restaining it and painting it and see what you think? It was a lot less money, a lot less mess, and just overall it was a simpler project. So this is what we were starting out with. I don't think our hallway has been painted in at least 12 to 15 years or so. The stairs have been lovingly used by my 4 kids. The railings were just about down to the bare wood. And as you can see, the wood itself has faded into this kind of awful yellow color. Painting the walls and the trim would just have emphasized that yellow colors and just all the wear that the stairs have gotten in like the last 20 years. I've already put in some pictures of what our hallway looked like before, and you can see in those pictures that our posts and our railings were just really sun washed, and you know, over the years, especially this railing right here, this was the one that my kids used to slide down all the time, so it was practically down to bare wood here. But just I think because of age and sun, it had turned a really unattractive yellow color. So what they did was they stripped all of the wood and they restained it like a deeper chestnut color, which I really like. It was such a big change, you know. Anytime something big happens in the house. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but I do really love it. I love that they painted the spindles white. I think that is such a nice contrast, and when you see it when you come through the door, it is such a huge change. My husband and I have any intention on removing this railing anytime soon. I think that it looks so pretty and just like a whole different look to the room. Now we have just moved the furniture back into this space. I have my chalk painted cabinet here. I went ahead and decorated it for fall. I think that it looks so beautiful. And I also have my smaller cabinet that we just moved back in here last night because I had to repaint it a bit. When I brought it back into this room, it just seemed like it was a lot more yellow than I had remembered. So I re-chalk painted it. I did a little mix of classic white and old white by Annie Sloan, and it just came out perfectly. You know, I love chalk paint. I think that it is the simplest way to completely change the look of a piece of furniture. You don't have to do much prep work at all. All you have to do is wipe the piece clean. The paint is like self-leveling, and it covers so completely in like 2 to 3 coats, depending on what the color is underneath. So we just moved this cabinet back in here. This is my last piece to decorate, so I thought I would do that with you guys. So we're going to be decorating our little cabinet here for the fall. I always like to put a little something down, whether it be a tray or a tea towel, just to kind of ground everything and give it a little bit of a base. This is a little tea towel that I got in Williamsburg. It has pineapples on it. It's one of my favorites. So we're going to add the same lamp. I don't know if you're going to see the whole lamp in this picture or not, but we're going to add the same lamp as we always had. This is a little mercury glass lamp that I found on Amazon. I absolutely love it. The next piece is probably my favorite sign ever. I have 2 of these. I just picked up the second one over at Hobby Lobby because I thought it would look just perfect here on this cabinet. Oops. So I'm just going to lean it up against the mirror here just to give it a little bit of a more colorful backdrop. This is like a copper tin, and it says Farm Fresh Autumn Harvest. I just think it's beautiful, and I think almost all the Hobby Lobbies probably still have this in stock. I will try to find a link for it and put it down below, but sometimes Hobby Lobby is really difficult to link. So we have our sign as our back. We want to give it a little bit of height, so I have this like whitewashed beaded stand that I think I got at Hobby Lobby probably like a year or 2 ago. And then I'm going to add some coverless books. I love coverless books. I think they are so beautiful, and they add a lot of height and dimension to whatever display that you're doing. And you know, everybody has paperback books. All you do is remove the cover, kind of bind them together with a little bit of jute twine, and I think that they look so beautiful. So I've just added a little bit of greenery here, some fall leaves, like a little flower, and I think that looks so pretty. So if you remember in a recent haul from, I think, Home Goods, I picked up a couple of these felt pumpkins. I like to buy them whenever I see them. I think that they are just adorable, and I just love the soft texture of them. You know, they're not like a really in-your-face bright orange. They're more muted. I found this whitewashed beads at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. I think I bought a couple sets of these because they were like 50% off. I love them. I think they are just so beautiful. I like that the white is kind of whitewashed and a little aged and antiqued, and I really love the tassels on them because they match back to like the jute twine on the books, and I think all together it looks really pretty. And the finishing piece, because it is, you know, the fall and Halloween season, I have my little pumpkin man that I have been decorating with for years. I found this down at Ocean City, Maryland. I have a couple of these pieces. Since probably 4 or 5 years ago. I have not been able to find anything else in this series, so these are just really precious to me. His little hat kind of broke over the summer months in storage, so I just have his little star that was on the top of his hat, and I'm just going to place it right there until I can glue it back on. Here's a better picture about how our tabletop came out. I just love it. I think that it is so pretty, and it's not over the top. Sometimes I have a tendency to kind of decorate over the top, and I'm trying to keep things, you know, very livable and very simple. I think that our autumn sign there is such a great backdrop. It adds a lot of color to the space. I love Mr. Pumpkin. He's been a part of my decorating for, oh my goodness, almost a decade now, and it wouldn't be, you know, the fall season without him. I have some of my little felt pumpkins here. I really love these wooden beads, and of course my mercury glass lamp I just think is so pretty in this space. I always threaten my family that I'm just going to leave fall decorations up all year because I think my house looks its best during fall. I just think that those colors are very complementary to pretty much any style that you have. And I grew up in a home that was decorated in fall colors all year long. My mom had golds and oranges and greens all year long, and it just has always been just very comforting to me. So you never know, one of these years I just might just leave it up all year long. I don't really share clothing hauls all that often. I always do a little bit of shopping, you know, at the beginning of the season, just to refresh the wardrobe a little bit, add a couple new pieces. I always have a couple things that I'm looking for. For fall this year, I'm looking to get a new pair of boots, and I always love to get some new sweaters. So I found a couple that I wanted to share with you because I just think that they are adorable. So 2 of these sweaters I found online at Maurice's, and this was the first one that I had gotten. I just think this is just the perfect fall sweater. It's really simple. It's on an ivory background, and it just has this cute little pumpkin embroidered on the front. It is so soft. I think that Maurice's sweaters are really soft and stretchy and very forgiving. They're simple to put, you know, like a collared shirt underneath. This I got in a medium. It's a little big, but I don't really care with sweaters. I like them to be like cozy, and I think when sweaters are a little bit big, they're almost warmer. So this was, I got it on sale. Regularly this is $39, and I think I got this one on sale for $22. They were running a little ad online, so I grabbed this one as soon as I saw it. And I got another sweater from Maurice's, which I got on sale as well. I got this one for $29.99, I think. And now look at this. This is like so a Mickey sweater, right? It has that Fair Isle kind of design to it. It's this really soft gray color with some orange and black, and it has little ghosts on it. I just love this sweater so much. I cannot wait to wear it. I figure, you know, it's fair game come October 1st, regardless of what the temperature is. I am in my sweater and my boots and my scarves, no matter what the temperature. So this is one that I cannot wait to wear. I have like a black checked button-down shirt I can put under this, and I also have kind of like a white shirt with black little dots on it that I think will look really cute with this. So I just cannot wait to wear this. I just think that it's so adorable. And again, you know, their sweaters are so soft and stretchy. Their mediums are a little bit large on me, but like I said, I really don't mind sweaters being a little bit big because they just seem so much cozier when you have a little bit more material. The third sweater that I found at Talbot's. I love Talbot's. That's just one of my favorite shops. I'm a big like Ann Taylor Talbot shopper. My kids always called it, you know, like the mom uniform stores, but honestly, both of those stores have petite sections, which are becoming harder and harder to find. And I will shop pretty much anywhere that has a petite. So this sweater I got in a petite medium, and it fits me pretty well. It's a little bit big, like up in the shoulders, but I find it so difficult to find anything that fits me perfectly. I think we all are that way. You have to kind of adjust it and, you know, alter it just a little bit just so that it fits your body better. And that's how this sweater is, but I like that it's not too bulky down at the bottom here, because I like to kind of, you know, tuck the front of my sweaters into my belt. But I love the colors in this. It has, you know, it has some of that autumn green in there. Of course, it has the orange of the foxes, which I think is so adorable. And I love, this is one of my favorite colors of all time, kind of like this mustard color yellow. And I have a denim jacket that is this color, and I think it'll look really pretty underneath. And again, it's very, you know, button down, collar friendly. I always like to put a little button down underneath my crew neck sweaters, and I think this one is going to be just perfect. I'm going to try, I think I'm going to bring it on our trip that we're taking in October to my niece's wedding. It's in California. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit warmer there, but at least I can wear it, you know, on the plane, either there or on the way home. So I really love this sweater. You know, just the back is nice and plain. The sleeves are, you know, all decorated. And, you know, like I said, come October 1st, no matter the temperature, I'm in sweaters. I'm in sweaters and jeans and boots, and pretty much I can't wait. As a little side note, I am a girl that loves a good flannel shirt. Plaid is my favorite color, and I just love flannel because it's just that it's so cozy. You know, you could put like a long sleeve t-shirt underneath, and they really are nice and cozy for the cooler months. So what I find though is that the women's flannels just aren't as, I don't know, I guess they're just not as thick or not as constructed as the guy flannels. So I always buy from Walmart the men's size small George flannels. So these are maybe, I want to say like $10–11 at Walmart, and I just love the colors of them. The one I'm wearing today is also a Walmart flannel, and I just love these. I think they're so pretty. They have a lot of great colors in them. Like this one has like that rust and black and cream and like tan. So I know I'm going to be wearing this one with my black jeans and my black boots, and probably over like a little t-shirt that has this tan color in it. It is a really simple, easy to put together outfit on like your Saturday, you know, mornings, like when you're out doing errands and stuff, and you're cozy and you're warm and you're comfortable. And like I said, these flannels are maybe, I want to say they're somewhere between $10.99 and like $11.99, and all the Walmarts carry them. This one, like I said, is a George. They also have the Faded Glory flannels that are also really nice, and the smalls fit me really well. They come down, you know, past your rump, so you can wear tights if you wanted to. And I really like the collars because they button underneath the collar, so you can release that, or you can, you know, keep it buttoned, and you can put like a big bulky sweatshirt on over these. They're just so cozy. I have these in so many colors, and I wear them all season long. Like I said, they're really easy to match up and make cute little fall outfits out of. And you know, it's something to consider, especially, you know, if your budget's a little tight. I always love a good button down anyway. That's my favorite thing to wear. So check out Walmart. I think that they have the best quality, the best price, way better than Target. So check them out and see what you think. I wanted to check in with you all to see how your journaling was coming along. We did a video, I guess it was a couple videos ago, where I was sharing about the different journals that I use, and I got so many comments and emails from all of you saying that journaling was something that you wanted to get into a little bit, or you are a journaler, but I wanted to check in and see how you were doing. I was just working in my journal this morning. I have my fall cover on it, and if you're unfamiliar, I just use a horizontal Erin Condren life planner for my journal. I use stickers and the whole 9 yards to make things pretty as I journal along, week after week. And I wanted to check in with you to see how you were doing. So what I did, I always put together for myself a fall bucket list, and I thought that while I was doing that, I would put together a fall journaling prompts list for you. So my bucket list, I always keep in my fall binder. This is my fall binder that I have recipes for Thanksgiving, for Halloween, and just really good autumn recipes that I always make during the fall season. I'm going to go more into depth into my fall binder in another video, but I had it out because I wanted to add my fall bucket list. So I always like to make a little list of things that I want to be sure to take the time to do during the season. Fall's my favorite time of year, and I think that it goes so fast, and sometimes you don't get to do everything you want to do. So like I have silly things on here like carve a pumpkin, watch Hocus Pocus, attend a fall festival, eat apple cider donuts, those kind of simple things. But it's like a reminder that when the weekend rolls around, we're going to check a couple of these off our list. So I have this as a free printable down in the description box for you. So if you're interested, you can print it off and kind of add it to your little notebook or journal, or if you have a fall binder. It's just a really great reminder to enjoy the season and take a little time out from chores and things you have to do a couple things that really celebrate the season. So since you all seem to enjoy the other journaling prompt list that I had put together last month or the month before, I thought I would put one together for fall, just to kind of help us all along to remember to write in our journals and to just record some of our thoughts and feelings. So this is also going to be a free printable that you can find under the video in the description section, that you can just print out, put it in your journal, and if you think about it, do a little journaling. There's 12 different prompts here, and they're very simple. It's like, what is your favorite fall taste? What is your first back to school memory? What is your favorite Halloween movie? I mean, they are really simple. They're not really thought-provoking questions, but they're just enough to kind of get, your writing flowing and get in the habit of, just journaling every day or every couple days or once a week, whatever you guys are comfortable with. So be sure to look for those down below, check them out, print them off, let me know what you think about them and if you used them, if they helped, and you can even share some of your answers down in the comments section. I would love to see what you guys what your favorites are. So let me know in the comments if you guys use these and you like them, because I really love putting them together, because I use them too. I have a whole nother journal that I use journaling prompts for, and this is one that I'm going to journal in throughout the fall season. So today we are going to be making vegetable taco soup. This is a recipe I have probably shared before. I think there is a video on it on my channel, and I will be sure to link it down below. But it is one of our family favorites, and it's one of those that, you don't have to have all of the exact ingredients to make it. Like today I don't. I usually like to make it with fresh salsa and mushrooms and some other good things. But today I don't have my fresh salsa, so I'm just going to be using a jarred picante sauce, and I don't have any mushrooms. But you know what? It is still going to come out really, really yummy and I'm sure everybody will like it. I also usually make this soup with ground sausage, but today I'm going to be using bison, which is like almost like a lean ground beef. It is really tender and lean, and it'll be really delicious in this soup. I have my bowl of veggies here. We're also going to be adding some frozen corn to this recipe, but I have my ground bison here in my stock pot, and we are just going to cook this until it's about, you know, like halfway or 3/4 of the way done, and then we are going to add our bowl full of veggies, and then we will drain off the excess fat and add our liquid ingredients. So our ground bison is about 3/4 of the way done, and I'm going to add in our veggies. This has like garlic, onion, green pepper, red bell pepper, and some zucchini, and we're going to cook this all together and then drain off any excess fat. So our meat looks like it is completely cooked, and our veggies are on their way to getting cooked through. So at this point, we are going to add some of our liquid ingredients. So the first thing we are going to add is a can of ROTEL tomatoes and green chilies. We're going to add a can of beef broth. I'm going to add about 3/4 of this now, and then I'm going to add a little bit more later on. Now usually I like to use tomato sauce, but I didn't have any, so I'm going to use about at least half of this can of crushed tomatoes. I'll save the other half of it for sauce that I'm making tomorrow. So we're going to add that in, to add a can of rinsed black beans. Now usually to this recipe I like to add some homemade salsa, but I don't have any in the refrigerator, so I'm just going to use probably about 3/4 of the jar of this chunky salsa. And then I'm also going to add some frozen corn. This is a 10-ounce bag. Not sure how much I added, but you know, you guys can eyeball it and put in about as much as you want. So we're gonna let this cook down a little bit, and then we will add some of our seasonings. So this is slowly coming up to a boil. And I've went ahead and I added a little bit more of that beef broth. So we're going to add a whole package of taco seasoning. I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. I'm going to add a little bit of ranch mix. Have some red hot pepper flakes here. And then I am also going to add just a little bit of garlic powder. And then we are going to let this come to a boil, and then we'll give it a little time to simmer, and then we will taste. So after the soup simmered for just a little while, I re-seasoned it just a little bit. I added a little bit more of the red pepper flakes, a little bit more of the garlic powder, and it was just perfect. I like to serve this up with some tortilla chips, a little bit of sour cream, guacamole if I have it, and this is such a delicious, filling soup that is perfect for a chilly fall afternoon. So thank you all so much for watching today. Be sure to check the description box down below to links to the free printables and anything mentioned in today's video. Join our communities over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life, and don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.
You as you drive, do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile. Do you know